Hi everyone, so it's Tanya here from Cannon & Co Sales and Lettings. I'm back with Emma just doing another video because as you probably saw, we released one a couple of weeks ago now where we talked about 100% mortgages and it proved really popular. People don't necessarily know what to expect, so from that there's been lots of questions raised and we thought we'd do these series of videos just to explain kind of the process, and there's so many different scenarios that come up. So today I thought it would be really useful to talk about one of the first steps in getting a mortgage. So as an estate agent, one of the things I ask for when people ring up for a viewing on a property is whether they have an agreement in principle, or kind of what is their buying position. So have you got property to sell? Lots of different things. If you're a first-time buyer, one of those things is having an agreement in principle. But what does that actually mean? So I'll leave it with Emma and just to give us a bit of an update on what an agreement in principle is really for the mortgage.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. So agreement in principle is basically, I, as an advisor, I would speak to clients, find out background to their situation. What do they earn? Have they got any sort of liabilities each month? Credit cards, loans, etc. How old are they? All those sort of bits. How long they've been employed? What sort of job are they in? Have they any adverse credit? And I use all of that information. We call it a mortgage fact find, and we use all of that to basically find the best lender for them. And we will work out what lenders will lend to them and how much those lenders will lend to them as well.
And I think that's key, isn't it? The how much, because realistically, you might see a property, but without that agreement in principle, you don't know what a lender is going to lend you. So it gives you that realistic understanding that it's affordable, that you're not seeing properties that are kind of out of reach and finding that ideal home. Yeah. So I think that's key, isn't it?
It is. And I've spoken to about 3 or 4 first-time buyers this week, and they always say, we don't know what property price we can go for. Then just they haven't got any idea what they can borrow. So we sort of start on that basis, and we will basically just go through everything with them. We'll work out what deposit they've got, because obviously what they can borrow from the lender, add their deposit to it, and that's what they can purchase for. And then once we've got a fair idea of their situation and they're ready to start looking at properties, we can apply for a mortgage in principle. So some are called, you'll hear different words for it: agreement in principle, decision in principle. It all means the same thing. And it basically means I take all that information from the mortgage fact find and I go to that lender and I say, look, based on this information I'm giving to you, will you lend to these clients, and will you lend the amount we want? And that lender will come back and say,
yeah. And I think one of the things we'll do a follow-up video on that, and you've seen from my personal experiences, is every situation is so different, and we have touched upon the benefits of using an independent mortgage, because I know some corporate agents particularly say use my like the in-house one, so to speak, and don't have the amount of products that they can look at and different things. So we will do a follow-up video on different circumstances, kind of what you look at, whether it's credit score compared to lots of different things. And so what we'll do is we'll follow up on that. And today I think we've touched upon what an agreement in principle is, and we'll run these series of videos to help people. But as usual, we can be contacted throughout, because every person's situation is so different, and it's about just understanding that it's not scary. When I got mine, I was so nervous for that first appointment. I know I have too many takeaways. I know there's too much in my job. I mean, there's things I can do. But so it's just making sure you're all comfortable and understanding where we are with it. So I think that's all for this session. And what we'll do is we'll do a series and do some more. So thanks, Emma.
Pleasure, as always.
Thank you.
Thanks.